Hello, my name is Ashwin, and today I'll be teaching you how to distribute polynomials. So, I have 4 examples and an application for you. Here's our first one. This is supposedly a simple one. I think the second one's simplest. We'll let you decide that. The first one is ax plus b times cx plus d in parentheses. So, what we're going to need to do here is a method called FOIL. And please excuse my slow handwriting. I don't have the tech that the con guy does, so it's going to be a little laggy and I'm going to be a bit slower, but we should get through this quickly. So we're going to do FOIL. So what that means is, it's an acronym. It stands for front, 2 terms right here. Hopefully you know how to multiply ax and cx to get acx squared. And then multiply the outer terms, ax and d, get adx. And then b and cx to get bcx. And finally b and d to get bd. And you add all those together, all those together to get the answer. Basically, distributive property, a little fancy because we got 2 things to distribute. So I'm going to show you an example with some real numbers in for a, b, c, and d. And I have here 2x plus 3 times 4x plus 6. And so, just as I showed you with FOIL before, we're going to start with those front terms and we're going to multiply them out. 8x squared, 2x times 4x. We're going to do those outer terms, which should be 12x, plus, and then, we got another 12x in there. That does not always happen. Got lucky this time. And then plus 3 times 6. Hopefully you know how to do that. If you don't, you go back to 2nd grade. That's 18. So now we have 8x squared plus 12x plus 12x plus 18. We should know that these 2 join together. And wait for this lag to be done. Alright. And so our final answer is simply 8x squared plus 24x, 12x. 12x and 12x is 24x. You know that too. Need some basic knowledge before we start foiling and doing some other stuff. Now we have 8x squared plus 12x. 8x squared plus 24x plus 18. That is our final answer. And to lighten the mood a bit, try some grass there. I don't know, maybe that makes you feel happy. I don't know, I like the grass. The little hill right there. But maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's lagging now. Alright. So now we'll go on to the next one. And we have here ax plus b whole square. And please, I don't want anyone to freak out here. And to make you feel a little more comfortable, I've changed up the pen here. Look a little different. Ooh, thicker. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I'll tell you what I'm doing. So if you have x squared, you should be knowing that it actually equals x plus x, times x. So Same thing here, we have ax plus b whole squared, as they say in India. Ax, and that might look like a 1, that's my bad. Ax plus b times ax plus b just as we did on the top. So now we got this, we can do it the same way we did the last one. And I'm going to put in, as an example, I'm just going to put in a few different numbers this time for a and b. I'm going to do 3x plus 7 whole squared. And so we're going to expand this to make it a little easier for us to do this equation. We have 3x plus 7 times, or lag, 3x plus 7. Now what we can do with that is, just as we did with ax plus b times cx plus d, we can do, I'm going to write out for you in FOIL. And if it helps you to write this out, remember you can be going, actually I'll tell you later when it applies. But, so front two terms, 3x and 3x, 9x squared, plus, here we go, okay, so now we have 3x and 7x, so 21x. And then we got our 21x, and then in this case, when we have ax plus b squared, these middle two terms will always be the same. I guarantee it. I'll bet you $50 that those are always the same. Anyone want to take me up on that? Please see me. I'd be happy to. And when you join that, you can join these two again. And yeah, I'll just write down here 9x squared plus 40. Oh, how's lag? 42x plus, almost done, might as well keep it like that. You can still read that. Plus 49. And that is your final answer. And that's why I said it was easier than the last one, because these two terms right here always be the same, so I don't know, I think adding the numbers that are the same are easier than adding numbers that are different. That's just me, you might think differently. Okay, so now, let's not freak out, we have a cube here. We multiply that 3 times. So, oh yeah, and I've got a different pen for you. This is the graffiti pen. Hopefully I can make up for your sadness about multiplying 3 of these together. Hate lag. Okay. Ax plus b and we're lagging again. Alright. Ax plus b and ax plus b. So now what does that look like in terms of, if we put in numbers for A and B, then I'll use different numbers than B, but actually if you skip back to the beginning of the video, it's actually the same numbers. Now, let's change it up. What was I using? Alright. Oh, that's suppose? No, that's not. Was it? No. What am I doing? Okay. Just use this. Okay, that looks weird. Anyway. Was I using this? Okay, that's what I was using. Alright, so we have let's do some bigger numbers. Yeah, why not? Let's go 11x plus 21. And I'm doing this in my head with you, so this is genuine stuff right here. Well, I'm writing it out, I'm not doing it in my head. Okay, so that would be 11x plus 21 times 11x plus 21 and let me get 211, sorry, and whoa, 11, right, 11x plus, oh, can I squeeze it in here? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you get the point. So 3 11x's plus 21. So how do we approach this? First, let's do these two. We'll do a simple FOIL again, and get us, and so that would get us 121. 121x yeah, just gonna, that was more lag. Blame the computer, not me, or whatever software this is. Okay, 121x, I have very good parentheses here. 121x, and 11 times 21, 21 times 10 is 210 plus 21, so 231 x. Is that right? Let me make sure. Yeah. And no, I did not check that on my calculator. Another 231x. And finally, 21 squared is 4. 21 times 20 is 420. And then, so 441. I need that. 441. And I'm not going to write in. And this comes down here, because we still haven't multiplied that yet. There is not enough space to write that. You'll see what I mean. So then I'm not gonna rewrite that. I'm just gonna raise. I'm gonna raise this here. No, we're lagging again. Please stand by. It was a long lag. Alright, we're back. Oh, there it goes again. Alright. So, I'm just going to erase that. So I'm going to put in, so we had a 210x, no, 221x, no, 231x and 231x, my bad. So that'd be a 462x. Don't you love big numbers? Yeah, they're fun. And plus 441, I'll erase the 441 there. And then erase that arrow too, so I can draw it in now. So now we have, and then we have the other 11x plus, it's not, looks like 2 now, and you look at it, it's actually 21. And so now we have a polynomial 3 term times a binomial polynomial 2 terms. So no FOIL here, because if we FOIL, we're going to miss this right here, the 462x times 11x and the 462x from the 21. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do this. So let's see, so we're going to start off with our 121x plus times 11x. 1, 3, 3, 1x, basically 11 cubed, and that's an x squared. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so this is actually not a 121x, this is a 121x squared. Did not catch that. Alright, that's so you can see it. Alright, so that is actually 121x squared, because we had 11x times 11x here, so it's 121x squared. So we're gonna multiply. So now we were multiplying the 121x squared by the 11x, which is how I caught my error. So now we have 131x cubed plus, now we're going to do 121x squared, and we're doing the first term, and we do with this first term, then we do the first term again with the 21, so kind of modified FOIL here. So 121 times 21, and that is 2,541x squared. And you're going to notice that when we multiply these the outer terms will never combine with any of the outer terms. The middle terms probably will. So the next one would be, we're going to go to the 462 now, and we're going to multiply it by 11x. And that would be 462 times 10 plus 462. Let's see, what is that? 5,000. Actually getting big numbers here. 5,082. And then that would be an x squared again. Like I said, these middle terms will most likely join with something else, because x and x squared. And then do I have a space here? Probably not. I'm just going to plus sign, and then I'm going to go. So now we're going to do 462x with the 21. And wait for this lag to finish. Alright. Lag again. Alright, so, and now we have 462x times 21, and that'll be 9,700, maybe I should write smaller, so that I'll be able to write the final answer at the bottom. And we lagged again. Alright. 9,702 man, this lag though. Okay, and we're back. To x. And then finally, we have two more here. We got a multiplier 441 times 11x and 441x times 21 once our lag decides to finish. And here we are. And 441, it's 441 times 11x, so and that is 4,851 x plus 441 times 21, our final one, 9,261. And we have these two, which are the same right here, if you follow my cursor, and these two right here with the same x or x squared on it. So I'm going to simplify that, see if I can fit it on one line too. Some big numbers here. Good practice though. 1331x cubed, and then we have here, we have 2541 plus 5082, that is 7,623 x squared. Now this is going to be a big one. And we have 9,702 plus 4,851. And that is, 14,553 x, and then, as I said, the last first and last terms with these examples never combine with anything. And we have a plus 9261. And that is how you do ax plus b cubed. And obviously, some big numbers here. Usually you'll see an 8, max 8 or 9, but it's good practice always to do with bigger numbers. So now, we're going on to our final example. Now I'll show you a few. I'll show you an example, real life example. So now we have ax squared plus bx plus c times dx plus e, and this is actually the second part of the last one we did, the a plus b whole cube. And I'll show you how that works here with a little example. Yes, I do have a nice pink pen for you. Now I'm gonna put in 2x squared plus 4x plus 6. If you didn't understand how I got this one, I mean the last one, if you got lost on the second part, I'm going to go a little more in depth on this time. So, draw a few lines for you. So what I'm going to do first here, I'm going to do these two. You got to make sure you multiply every term in the first parenthesis by every term in the second parenthesis. I don't even use FOILs. That's just what I tell myself in my head whenever I'm multiplying these out. And that is, first one would be, and where did my mouse go? Okay, there it is. 10x, not a y. X, should I use a different pen? I don't know, I like this pen though. Yeah, easy. 10x cubed plus, now we go to this one. So we have a 2x squared. Gotta love the ones. Remember, we're not just bringing this down, you gotta multiply. I'm multiplying the 2x squared and the 1 to get 2x squared. So, don't blame me if you do something on a test that we just bring this down here. That's not what I'm doing. Disclaimer. Now we're gonna go to the next term here. 4x with the 5x. So that's 20x squared. You see how nicely these two, the first one's an x cubed, this second two are x squares, and you can guess what the next two are going to be and what the last one's going to be if you're a normal human being, hopefully. And now we're going to go to the 4x and the 1. Once again, not just bringing down the 4x, multiplying the 4x and the 1 to get 4x. And then finally we got, now if I have the last one, 6 and 5x, that'd be 30x. And then last one, 6 and 1, not just bringing down the 6 and 1, multiply this together, you get 6. And now, we simply combine these. 10x cubed in the beginning, like I said, the first and last ones never combine in these examples. And got 22x sorry, keep lagging. I haven't even mentioned best view because I'm probably used to this by now. Okay, x squared and 30 plus 4. You really need to be able to do that in your head. 34x plus 6. And so if you're good with that, hopefully you are, draw some more graphs for you. Pink graphs. I see that all the time these days. I'm just kidding. Not just pink grass, I don't even know where to find pink grass. But yeah. Congratulations. We're going to go on to our final question, which is our word problem. And I'll read it for you. Our picture's height, our. It can be our picture. I don't mind. Our picture's height, okay, our picture. Our picture. I'm just going to It's our picture. Picture of all of us together learning math. our picture's height and width have a 4:3 ratio. This picture will be framed so that the frame adds 4 inches to the width and 9 inches to the height. Express the total area of the picture and frame in terms of x, with x being 1/4 of the height. So, our picture has a 4:3 ratio, so we have 4/3 equals h, because h is first, and the first worded in our equation, so in our word problem, height and width have 4:3 ratio. So what we can do is 4w, I'm going to cross multiply that, 4w equals 3h. So now, I'm not your picture guy, but a picture really does help here. So we can see that our height is bigger than our width. I hope you can see that. So I'm going to draw a nice rectangle here, and we got, this is just our picture. I'll draw the frame too. Not going to label those dimensions yet. Yeah, there's a picture of us in there. And we have, now we have x as 1/4 of h, so x of 4, I'm going to make it easy and I'm just going to substitute in x already. I'm going to do some simple algebra and then you'll see how what we've learned comes into play here. So x is actually equal to, oh wait, that is wrong. It's actually h by 4 equals x, and I might be running out of room here, so I'm going to switch the pen. So we cross multiply that, or we just multiply this out with 4, you know, and we get h equals 4, lagging, okay, bear with me, alright, 4x, and then, so I'm going to substitute that in here. I'm going to say 4w ends up equaling 3, wow, that was supposed to be 3, but we just drew a straight line. Interesting. Okay, there we go. 3 times 4x. So we have such as 12x. So 4w equals 12x, and w equals 3x. So I'm just going to use those instead of using w and h in my equation, because that'll set up our binomial nice and easy for us after we solve. And if we can finish lagging, that would be wonderful. So 3x, and we have, so now we're going to put this in here. So that's just for our picture, our nice picture here, very artistic. Took the artist a long time to draw it. Anyway, 4x, that is pointing to the height, and then 3x. Now we have to take into account the frame here, because it's asking for the area of the picture and frame. So we know that the frame adds 4 inches to the width and 9 inches side. So I'm going to do height first because, I don't know, I'd rather have more height than width, if you know what I mean. Maybe. And so that would be 9, because right here, 9 inches to the height. So 4x plus 9, 4x plus 9. And then 3, can you see that? Put it at the top here. Hope you realize the height and width of a rectangle is the same at the top and the bottom. 3x plus, and writing 4 inches, so 4 inches to the width. So, what do we have here? We have a nice binomial, 2 binomials here. Binomials are polynomials with 2 terms. So, just like our example in my first example, we have ax plus b times cx plus d, and I hope you can see that. You should be able to recognize that that is the form, because ax would be, the egg would be 4, the first 4, isn't 4x, and then that's not that. The guy's going to get me on that. And we have a plus 9. Plus 9 is the b. The 3x is the cx, and d is 4x. I'm going to write it off here to the side, so you can, if you're one of those visual people, ax plus b cx plus d. So what we do, we can FOIL here, 2 and 2. So fronts 12x squared, and then you have a 16x plus 27x plus 36, and our final answer, we combine those two, our outer terms never combine, so combine the 2 in the middle. 27 plus 16, hopefully you can do that in your head, that's 43, don't grab your calculator for that, plus 36. Congratulations, you have learned how to multiply polynomials, and as a little treat, some stars for you. Pretty. I know. Different color. Yeah. And if you want to take some notes on that again, there it is. There are your stars. Thank you, and have a great day.